I'm going to talk you through the process of what I did to create my lockdown superhero, and you probably want to do the same sort of thing. Probably start by creating a mind map and think about the strengths that you've perhaps realised that you've always had or that have come out during lockdown. And I realised I've been quite helpful and I quite like being helpful, so that's the strength that I have. And also there's been lots of changes in my life and in everybody's lives, and I've been quite willing to make those changes and quite adaptable. So I'd say those are some of my strengths. Think about things that make you strong. Perhaps you've been a really good listener with your family, or have been really helpful with the cooking, or have been really independent. Now I thought about my weaknesses as well, because every superhero has weaknesses, and that's perfectly all right. And I realised that I do quite like to have snacks in the house a lot, but obviously not being able to go shopping has meant that I've had to be quite resourceful and make lots of my own snacks and maybe eat a bit healthier as well by doing that. So I've actually turned my weakness into a bit of a strength. And then you may want to think about how you can turn your strengths into powers that you've discovered, things that have made you a superhero during this time. So obviously I feel like I've been quite helpful, so my power is helping people. I've also been really good at fixing things because I've had nobody to come in and fix them for me, so that's something I've discovered that I'm really good at. And having to change the way that we do teaching, I've had to learn lots of different photo video making software and all these Zoom technologies and things like that. So yeah, think about what new things you've had to try out and do. Then I thought about how I might actually make my superhero. So I can't just have a picture of me and just write those words around it. I want to turn it into a superhero. So I thought about how could I make being adaptable and changeable look like a superpower. So I thought I might make my body parts be able to shift. Maybe I can turn into other things. I thought about how I might show in my superhero picture that I'm helpful. And I thought about maybe open hands, because that's a symbol of giving and receiving, isn't it? And I thought my superhero might like to have lots of gadgets and be technical, so to show that I've been good at fixing things. Computer programs I struggled with a bit. I couldn't think of different ways to show that. Perhaps I thought about a symbol, like the Superman has his giant S. Maybe I could think about something that shows my tech savviness. Or I might just want to draw them sitting at a computer. I don't know. So I wasn't quite sure about that. But have a think about how you could turn your skills and your strengths into ways that a superhero acts or what they have. Now you can always just type into Google superhero template and have a look at one of those, but I thought it might be fun to just try and draw my own one. So I sort of sketched one out and practiced my sketching skills, and then had a go at colouring it in. I also gave myself some muscles because I want to be strong. I feel like I've been quite strong through the lockdown and I've done lots of exercise. Perhaps you've been doing loads of Joe Wicks and you feel super sporty and fit. You can give yourself some big strong muscles. So I showed my helpful hands. I demonstrated my computer. I chose a cursor for that as my symbol to show that I'm good at computers, and I've shown my different instruments that I've been using to fix things. And to show my adaptableness, to change my body parts, I sort of changed my legs into a squiggle. They could change into anything. Maybe they'll become a tail. Maybe they'll become fins or claws. And I showed myself with a smiley face. So think about the skills that you have developed, and it was quite fun actually, and quite challenging to try and turn those things into things that I could see, so that you could actually see those traits in my superhero rather than just writing them around. So have fun, go wild.